I want to go over the signal chain. And the first thing in the signal chain is my 1992 Les Paul Standard. I bought this guitar. It had a broken headstock, and I made a video of how I repaired it, and it was the first and only time that I did a headstock repair like that. So let's take a look at that first. There's the front. There's the back. So if you want to see that video, just go back in my videos and you can see the headstock repair video, and that's this guitar. Besides that, I modified this guitar quite a bit. I originally put pearly gates in it, and then I took the pearly gates out and I put these custom buckers in there. And these are Chicago Music Exchange spec custom buckers, and that just means that they're unpotted and 10% under round. I also did 1950 style wiring with CTS pots and Bumblebee Lux capacitors, and I believe that 1950 style wiring, I just prefer it over modern wiring, all right? Because when you roll back the volume and you play with the tones, I just think it sounds much sweeter when it's 1950 style wiring. So additionally, the tailpiece and studs are Faber hardware. The posts for the bridge are Faber hardware. The bridge is off a 1974 custom. And I also put on Kluson vintage tuning keys. I went with the aged nickel look. I just love the way that looks on Les Pauls. So it's all aged nickel, including the tuning keys. And also with all my guitars, I went with this old style trapezoid locking mechanism. The only thing with this is you have to commit each strap to the actual guitar, because it's not like a strap lock where you could easily take it on and off. So this is the guitar, and I also have Primo Slinkies on here, which are, they're not 9 gauge, they're not 10 gauge, they're exactly in between. They're 9.5 gauge, and let me show you those. Right there. Those are Primo Slinkies. I want to show you guys this because this was a real game changer to me. This is what they call a silent cable. So if you look at it, there's a little sleeve right here that pushes in and out. So when you plug it into the guitar, it connects it, and the signal is flowing through to your amp. And then when you unplug the guitar, this thing pops up, bink, see that? And it cuts off the amp sound. So you don't have to worry about, especially if you're doing studio work like I am all the time, where you have a lot of guitar players in here and they just unplug the cord real quick. It's not going to be making loud popping and buzzing noises through your studio monitors. I should have got these a long time ago. Great cables. 2 different amplifiers. One is my 1978-79 JMP. This is a 50 watt amp with EL34s. Just absolutely love it. And then I got a 100 watt version, and that's a 79, and that's got 6550s in it. But we didn't use that today. We just used this 50 watt, and we compared it with the Friedman. The Friedman is not my amp. This is my friend's amp. He let me borrow it, and we compared it to the Marshall. Now, the reason why I could have both these amps on right now is because I have both these amps plugged into a cab, because I wanted the lights on while I was talking about it. So they are both plugged into a cab right now. And let's look at the settings. So for the Marshall, I got the presence around 6, the bass around 5.5, mid is the same, trebles 6.5, master volume is about 2.5, and then the preamp is right up the center. And then for the Friedman, I got the bass up the center. I got the mid at 6.5 or 6.2. I got the treble at 6.2. Master volume is 2.5, 3 maybe. And the gain is pretty much right up the center. Both these amps went through my 1979 cab. This has G12M 25 watt blackbacks, and it is mic'd with a Unidyne 3 Shure SM57 from the 70s and a Royer R121. They are phase correct, and if you ever want to see how you're micing, just shine a flashlight and you can see exactly what you're capturing on that speaker. And the more you put it in the center, the brighter it gets, and the more you move it out, the darker it gets. That has G12H30s, 55 Hz Rolas, and that has T75s. And I also have another black back that I put in a single cab. I got a single 12 black back, G12M 25 watt black back in there. So that's the Friedman compared to the Marshall. I really think it holds its own. And let me just tell you what I feel about it. I feel like the Friedman has a more even sound. Once you get past 6, it's more of a compressed sound, or tighter sound, I should say, where the Marshall is more of a hairy sound and it gets more, has more crazy transients. And also, yeah, of course, the higher gain I think is a little better on the Marshall. So if I went to 8 on the Marshall, I think it would sound less compressed than going to 8 on the Friedman. But where the Friedman shines is my favorite rock sound. Almost, I don't like heavy distortion. I like where clean tone is breaking up just enough to where it's overdriven. That's like one of my favorite guitar tones. And this amp does it easily does it. It also has a toggle switch for gain structures. It's a 3-way toggle switch, and I had it all the way in the up position. This is a bright switch that I had out. I did not use that at all. So the Friedman little sister has 2 EL84s. It is 20 watts, and it is a great little amplifier. And I should mention that those 2 microphones are coming into a pair of Neve 1064s. Those 1064s are going through the Burl mothership, straight into Pro Tools. Out of Pro Tools, we are monitoring off my board. See, all the faders are down except for these 2 faders. And these are the 57 and Royer R121. Patched into that inserts on those channels, I do have the Alicia Expressor. And it's just doing about 2 to 4 dB of gain reduction just to keep it even. No plugins, nothing in Pro Tools, straight to the print. And that's what you guys are hearing. So thank you for watching, and take care.